Hello again. I'm following up on the film I made a few days ago and the discussion that ensued. And it's lovely to see this conversation developing. And I really do feel it as a conversation. It was the New England transcendentalists who, Thoreau and Emerson and so on, and Bronson Alcott, who developed this idea of the conversation as a way of learning, taking it, of course, from the ancient classical world. And it really is in dialogue and conversation, I think, that we learn so much. And this idea of pitching in when you're not ready, to get over the tendency of us to procrastinate, to be perfectionists. I think with the discussion that ensued and the contributions that were made on Facebook and on the YouTube channel, really refined that idea, showing, of course, that in certain instances it really helps, and certainly with practical things, as Ricky Clark pointed out in his comment, there are practical projects where preparation is absolutely vital, and you shouldn't pitch in until you're ready, particularly if you're a brain surgeon, for instance. But even in practical projects, I think sometimes there's a way in which not being ready can be helpful. Imagine you're about to start a bed and breakfast, for instance, and you feel you've got to decorate it perfectly and everything's got to be right. But at a certain stage, you might well get the feeling, come on, I'll just advertise it and get people coming and I'll keep working on it, because perfectionism pervades so many aspects of our being. But let's look at a slightly related idea, but a different idea now, which is that, how about this? I spent my whole life trying to get comfortable. This was a line I read from a short story competition. The idea that you can write a short story in just 6 words. I think Ernest Hemingway started it as a bet in a bar. And one of the many contributions that came up for this competition, you can hear the chickens and the geese here. I'm in the mountains in Italy. It's just lovely here, having just finished a workshop and a retreat. Do you ever get the feeling that you have put so much effort into just trying to get comfortable, as if your whole life you've been like, some incredible space station that's trying to dock, and you've slowly been maneuvering your life, organizing your finances, your home, your relationships, everything, your work, just to get into absolutely the right position. And of course that position is often never quite achieved. And it's a familiar feeling to me. I can easily fall into that, just trying to maneuver myself into getting into the most comfortable position. And of course, at one level, I think the fact that it's probably quite ubiquitous must mean that it's part of our nature. Part of our nature is obviously to be drawn towards getting ourselves as comfortable as possible in every way. And yet, like everything, it can also become a trap. So for me, it's an important idea to hold on to, that just to continuously let go to the moment, to the feeling that whatever the circumstances, I am comfortable deep down, trusting life and accepting life even when perhaps things aren't ideal. Anyway, this is a thought, and again, I'd be so interested to hear what you feel. Is this a helpful idea? Let me know your thoughts. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks.